Interesting. There's a forecast that it's supposed to rain heavily whole day, but so far it doesn't seem like it at all. I mean, right now it should be raining, and it's very, very warm, sunny. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there will be a storm and heavy rain. But this whole week apparently supposed to rain heavily. So yeah. It's very pleasant. Love the wind and it's not as hot, although quite hot, I gotta say, given it's like May morning. It's pretty hot these days when the sun, sometimes when you're up there, and I don't know, when I'm doing something in the garden and I'm like bent over and the sun's shining directly on my back, it's like an oven. It's so scorching, it's unbelievable. And it's May. I'm like, wow, that is something. I'm kind of worried about August, you know. I'm kind of worried about these peak summer days, how they're gonna be, because if this is May, yeah, I am kind of worried about that. And I gotta admit, I'm not a fan of summer. I mean, I love summer, and I love the season itself. I just don't like the heat. The heat it's just, you know. Unless I'm somewhere by the water and it's refreshing, then okay, maybe. But otherwise, it's just, you know, the scorching heat, the sort of heat that you breathe in, and you have this feeling in your mouth and your nose, and you just cannot cool down because there's nowhere to hide, because everywhere is hot, and there's no wind, and the worst part for me is when it's also hot in the night, and then you lay down in your bed and it's just insanely hot, and I just can't sleep. And it's like, I mean, I usually can't sleep. Imagine add heat to that. So I'm like, you know, totally like uncovered, and I'm trying to sort of, I don't know, find a position, but it's like always hot, and you're like sweating, and I cannot. This is something I really don't like. And that's why I wouldn't pick summer as my favorite season for sure, because of the heat. If summer would be like a beginning of May, for instance, you know, when it's like warm but not too much and kind of pleasant and all that, I'm like, oh wow, okay, it's gonna help him. I'm like all for it, you know, but the heat is, look at this. There you go, Drake. It's just ridiculous, really. Drake and the brambles. It's funny. So, yeah. Summer is great, but when it's too hot, it's kind of, yeah, it's too much. So that's why my favorite seasons are definitely spring. And that's an interesting mushroom. Not sure if you can see it. It's like very round, and it's probably gonna grow further. You know, definitely my favorite is spring and autumn. And I think spring being the number one and autumn being the number two. And then obviously, yeah, then summer, and then winter. Winter's my least favorite because I don't like a lot of cold either. Although if I have to pick between too hot and and too cold. I would always pick too cold, to be honest. But yeah, I don't, you know, I'm not a winter fan either. When it's like snowy winter and it's like this beautiful sunny snowy winter, then it's really nice. But it's just too long, and you have the days that are too short, and you have the cold wind blowing, and it's like, nah, not for me. So really optimal for me is spring, because it's like very mild. You know, I love the mildness of it. You know, it's not too hot, it's not too warm, it's not too cold. It's everything's lush and green and flowering. It's fragrant. Days are long. You know, it's like the perfect sort of golden ratio. You know, Drake, these are raspberries. They don't sting. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's some nettles in there. Well, buddy, I have shorts today, so I'm not quite keen to go through there either. Hold on, let's go through here. Okay. Yep, there you go, buddy. There you go. So, yeah, I just love this, you know, the lushness of it, and the greenery and the fragrances. Yesterday I was walking past a couple of logs, and it was after the rain, and something else got into this whole mixture too, and I swear, I wish I could capture a smell, but it smelled like cinnamon, like if you sprinkle cinnamon and you take it, like, or if you bake something with cinnamon and you smell it, it was exactly that. Such an amazing smell. So that's what I love about spring. I mean, if you're out in winter, you don't smell anything. You take a whiff through your nose, and it's burned by the frost, you know. So it's like you can't smell much, right? And then summer is usually too scorching hot and dry. So, you know, it's, what is that? I saw something. So it's like, you know. So yeah, so spring is like the best of all the worlds, I feel like. Yeah. And you know, if I would be the classic YouTuber, I'd be like, tell me what your favorite season is and write it down in the comments, you know, and explain why, you know. But I'm not gonna do, I mean, if you want to, like, go ahead, of course. I said I always am curious, and I want to, you know, I like whatever you want to write in there, like, feel free to, you know, even if it's a critique, love critique, go for it. If it's correcting my mistakes, if it's telling me that I suck, go for it, you know. It's totally, I love reading the comments. Like, whenever there is a video somewhere, I always love reading the comments, because there is so much funny stuff. And you know, people often make fun of the people doing the content, right? And it's so much fun to read up about it, and you know, laugh about it. I can totally make fun of myself. So if you have something funny to say, like, go for it. I would love to read that. But yeah, I mean, if you want to write what's your favorite season, go ahead. I think for people it's usually summer, because they enjoy the leisure activities and they enjoy the, you know, it's like, I don't know, swimming, going to travel to abroad, and you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, summer, I guess I really liked summer, but ever since it got so extremely warm and so extremely scorching hot, I don't like it anymore. It's not that I don't enjoy it, it's just like the heat waves are just insane, you know. And we are so fortunate because we have an AC at home, so that is incredibly handy. And I would never thought I would use an AC, but really, when it's outside when it's close to 40, and inside your temperatures are peaking towards 28 or something, and you're like sweating, and then you really welcome AC with open arms, you know. I gotta admit. So it's interesting because the first year I wasn't using AC because it wasn't hot. The second year I used it a little bit, you know, and I was like, maybe I will use it after all. Third year I used it a lot, you know. And fourth year, which is, hold on, how am I counting? First year, second year, third year, fourth year, that was 2023. I'm counting it like that. So now it's fifth. What? Hold on. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Yeah, like now it's like fifth season, I guess, you know, although it's year 2024 and I moved in 2020, you know, can be confusing because you would say, oh, hold on, so this is the fourth time, right? Well, 2020, 2020. I'm, but by the way, really bad with mathematics, so I'm sometimes I'm counting like a small kid. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Yeah, man, this year's fifth season, I guess. So yeah, the fourth year, or the fourth season, let's say. Let's not call it a year because that's confusing. The fourth season, we used it a hell of a lot, you know, like really the most I've you know ever used it. And I don't know what's gonna be this year, but yeah, like gradually got it. Oh shit, there was a rabbit. Okay, hold on, I gotta, that will not end well if I don't take Drake right now. And we're Drake, já te vezmu teďko, jo? I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna carry you in my arms, and we're gonna cross that path where he ran, so you don't smell the scent, because that would end up really, I don't want to say badly, but I think we wouldn't see Drake for an hour and a half. So let's not do that. Let's pass this, okay? Extend it in the air so he cannot smell the ground. Right, buddy? And I'm gonna let you down further down the road, okay? Let's go. Wonder if he's gonna smell once we cross it. I think it ran over here. Yeah, so we're crossing it now. No, he doesn't smell like it. No? No, he doesn't seem to smell. Oh, thank God. Thank God I noticed, because once he would cross that line, he would immediately go into a frenzy mode. Immediately, you know. He's really good with scent, so. I mean, I guess all dogs are, but he's especially efficient and really good tracker, you know. So okay, hold on, I'm gonna let you down now, Drake, so we're far away from that track. And there you go. Oh great, that was a good save there. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Yeah, he's absolutely crazy when it comes to rabbits. Absolutely crazy. Rabbits, and as we found out 2 days ago, flies. I knew Drake hates flies, but like last evening or 2 days ago, wow, look at these blue butterflies, beautiful. Looks like a male, and he's chasing females because the other ones are orange, sort of orangey, and he's blue. Ooh, see that? Yeah, I think he's, you know, it's like a sort of, hold on, see it? I think like it's sort of a mating thing. He's like flapping his wing see that? Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, he's definitely chasing the females. And he chased the first one and it flew away, and then he found another one and started to harass that one. And now look at him. Yeah, he's definitely, oh wow. Check that out. And I think they, wow, they already joined. That was quick. And how beautifully blue is the male. That is incredible. I'm not sure if you can, they're really small, but hold on, let me just take off the camera so I can bring it closer. See, they're right here. Wow, man. See them? They're doing it right now. I've never seen that. Like, not that I haven't seen mating butterflies, but I've never seen the whole thing from the beginning. Wow. That is so cool. So that smaller one is a female, the brown one. And the bluish gray one is a male. Oh, look at them go around the grass. Wow, that is a cool moment. And I can't tell you the species. I know it's called modrasek in Czech. I don't know. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna put in the subtitles, but I can't tell you the specific species because I'm not well educated when it comes to butterflies. Oh, hold on, Drake's gonna disturb them probably. So let's move on. Let's leave them doing their thing. Padriku. And oh, there's another one. And another female, I think, or that's another species altogether. Oh yeah, that's another species. That was a moth, a night moth. I know these because I've been doing some moth monitoring, and I learned a couple of species doing that. By the way, we could do. Oh, now I thought. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish the story with Drake and his. Sorry, I'm gonna put it back in the holder. I didn't finish the story with Drake and the flies, but I knew he hates flies and everything that buzzes. And I'm gonna tell you what I wanted to say. I'm sorry I digress so much, but we don't have that much time, and I want to say it all. So it's like kind of hard to squeeze it in. So Drake last night or the night before that, there were like 2 flies in the room, in the living room, and he was absolutely, he was going insane. We first thought he was seeing a ghost or something because he was looking into a different room. It was dark, nothing, and nobody was there. And Derek was looking into that room, into the emptiness of the room, for about 10 minutes, and he didn't move. He was like looking straight at it, and he didn't move. And then he went and lied in his bed, and he was waiting and looking into that empty room, you know, so which was pretty creepy. And we were thinking like, what the hell is going on? And I even went inside the room, I checked, there was nothing there. And then at a certain point he started, like, he ran up from the bed and he started wildly, you know, chewing the air. He, like, you could hear the claps of his teeth. And he was chasing something, and that's when it hit me. He was waiting for a fly to fly out of the room. And he was, for like a half an hour, he was trying to hunt down the fly. And he was absolutely obsessive about it. He was like, he couldn't rest until he would hunt down that fly. So I helped him actually, and we caught both flies, and I released them outside. I caught them with a way that is really effective, and you don't kill them. So I caught them, I released them outside, and then he could rest. But he was absolutely going crazy, you know. I've never seen him so obsessive about something, really, other than a rabbit. That is. So rabbits and flies. That's what I wanted to say. And now going back to what I wanted to say after the butterflies, when I noticed that moth, is that I bought a special light last year and a large white blanket. And what I was doing on the garden is that I set it up the blanket, I turn on the light. Oh, the harvester's back. I thought it's they didn't finish the job. Maybe they had it in a service place, like, because it had absolutely teared tires. So I was like, wow, that's weird. They're driving that thing. So maybe they were fixing it, and now they're back, finishing the job finally. I'm glad to see that, because I think, you know, once it's already, you know, in the process of being done, then I think it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like they should finish it as soon as possible and leave that forest in peace, you know. That's what I feel like. So I'm glad they're finishing the job, really. So sorry, I'm so digressing so much, and we're almost towards the end. So I bought the special light. I bought the blanket, the white blanket, and what I was doing is moth monitoring in the night. So when it gets dark, it's not windy. And we could totally do it now, because it's a perfect season already. It's already started. Well, it actually already started like 2 months ago, I think, but you know, now is a perfect time because it's warm and all that. So you set it up, you turn on the light, and you wait, and it draws. It's a special light, I think, a UV sort of light that or a special blue light. I'm not sure, but it's got special sort of it's not frequency connection to the light, right? But it's spectrum. It's got a special spectrum that attracts insects, and especially moths, in the night, and then they fly on the blanket, and you can inspect them. You can, I always take photos of the new ones I haven't seen yet, and then I put them in a Naturalist, and in that way I identify them, and I sort of monitor them and learn about the new species, and also put them in the database. So I'm like, it's in a way, it's a little bit of a citizen science, because you're like, monitoring essentially. So you're saying, oh, these species at this particular time and this particular day and season are here in this area, which can be a cool sort of interesting data, let's say. But really mostly I'm doing it just out of curiosity, and I always wanted to do it because I've heard people doing it, and they saw amazing species of moths that you can normally see. So like hawk moths and lots of other beautiful large night moths. So that's what I've been doing last year, and I haven't done it this year yet, but I'm thinking maybe I could do a special sort of video or special episode where I would do the night monitoring and moth monitoring, excuse me, and yeah, I could just record it and then put it on YouTube. That was just a thought, but yeah, that would be interesting. That would be quite interesting, yeah. All right, let's do that, because I was talking about doing the detecting video, and now I'm wondering if I could do this one too. So that's like two different special topics we could try for some of those videos: metal detecting and night moth monitoring. Anyways, with that, I'm gonna sign off.